Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you enjoyed your holidays, isn't it? Welcome back to our social studies class. Children, in the previous lesson you have learnt about the three zones: torrid zone, temperate zone and the frigid zone. What are the three zones, heat zones, which you have learnt in the previous lesson? Torrid zone, temperate zone and the frigid zone. Depending on the amount of heat received from the sun, our earth has been divided into three zones, isn't it? So not only that three main zones, children, you are going to learn about the smaller climatic regions also, because climate is affecting the plant life, animal life, human life, the food we eat, the clothes we wear, the place we live in, everything on the climate we are depending on. So, in this lesson, you are going to learn about the hot and wet equatorial region. Okay, one of the such climatic region is hot and wet equatorial region. So, in the name itself, you can understand that spell equator. Equator means the equatorial region lies near the equator. Okay, equatorial region lies near the equator. So in this lesson you are going to learn about the equatorial region. First you are going to learn about the location. Location. Where is the location of the equatorial region? It is lying from the 10 degree north to the 10 degree south of the equator. The location of the equatorial region is 10 degree north to 10 degree south of the equator. As the equator region is receiving the direct rays of the sun, it is the one of the hottest zone in the world, children. So now I am going to tell you a few places which lie in the equatorial region. Amazon basin in South America, the Democratic Republic of Congo in Africa, Malaysia and Indonesia in Asia. Okay, these are the few places which comes under the equatorial region. What are they? Again I will tell you, children. Location. What is the location of the equatorial region? 10 degree north to 10 degree south of the equator. A few places which comes under the equatorial region are Amazon in South America, Congo in Africa, Malaysia and Indonesia in Asia. These areas, these countries come under the equatorial region. Climate. Now, next what you are going to learn about climate of the equatorial region. As sun rays are falling directly on near the equator, it is the hottest part. As you know very well, near the equator it is very hot. It is hot throughout the year. As the sun rays are falling directly on the equator, near the equator, all this equatorial region experiences hot climate throughout the year. Not only the hot, but humidity also will be more in the equatorial region, children. Humidity also more in the equatorial region because of water bodies and the dense forest. Why humidity will be more? Because of more water bodies and the dense forest. Now next, after humidity, not only humidity, evaporation will also more in the equatorial region. As more heat, during the daytime more heat it is receiving from the sun, the rate of evaporation is also more in the equatorial region. As rate of evaporation is more in the equatorial region, after 4 o'clock there will be heavy rainfall in this region. Okay, children? First of all, as it is receiving the direct rays of the sun, it is very hot throughout the year. Humidity is more, as more water bodies and more dense forest we find in equatorial rainforest. Third one, evaporation. The rate of evaporation is so rapid that immediately during the evenings, rainfall will be more in the evening after 4 o'clock, making the equatorial rainforest wet. Making the equatorial rainforest wet. So it will be hot and it will be wet. And this rain is also evenly distributed throughout the year, children. This rain throughout the year, this area will experience rainfall. So you can't find any dry season in the equatorial region. Okay. Now again I will tell you about location and the climate, children. Location: 10° north to 10° south of the equator, Amazon in South America, Congo in Africa, Malaysia and Indonesia in Asia. These are the few places which comes under the equatorial region. Second one, we learnt about climate. How is the climate? It will be very hot as it is receiving direct rays of the sun. Humidity is more because of more water bodies and dense forest. The evaporation rate is so rapid. Because of evaporation rate is so high, it will experience more rainfall. As it is experiencing more rainfall, most of the region will be wet. So, equatorial rainforests are getting hot and wet type of climatic condition. Not only that, rainforests are experiencing evenly throughout the year rainfall. This region is experiencing throughout the year even rainfall. That is the reason we can't find any dry season in the equatorial region. Okay children, now is it clear for you? Location and climate of the equatorial region. Now next, natural vegetation. Vegetation means what, children? Plant growth. How the plant growth will be there in forest, how the plant life will be there in forest. This is known as natural vegetation. See, as you learnt, in equatorial region, so much abundant rainfall is there. So, because of these heavy rains, there is a dense growth in trees. Okay? The forests in the evergreen region are so dense and luxuriant. Those are very, very thick forests. So many trees, so many varieties of plants grow in the equatorial region. So many varieties of plants you will find, trees you will find in the equatorial region. Some of the examples I will tell you children: mahogany, ebony and rosewood. These are the hardwood trees. These trees, this wood quality is very hard, very strong wood. This wood quality of these trees is very strong and very hard. That's why those are known as hardwood trees. So what are the few varieties you find in this forest, children? Mahogany, ebony and rosewood. Not only that, children, as is a continuous rainfall will be there, all the trees do not shed their leaves at the same time. They will shed the leaves in the different times. That is the reason why we will find greenery throughout the year. In the evergreen forest, we will find greenery throughout the year because the trees are not shedding leaves at the same time. They are shedding leaves in the different times. That's why these are known as evergreen rainforest. Now understand children, natural vegetation means what? So many varieties of trees are growing in the equatorial region because of heavy rains. So many hardwood trees are growing in this region. Some of the hardwood trees are mahogany, ebony and rosewood. As the trees are shedding leaves in the different times, so throughout the year we will find greenery in this region. So these are the three factors or three features you have learned: location, climate and the natural vegetation. Now you are going to learn about the four distinct layers in the rainforest. In the forest, what are the layers in the rainforest you are going to learn now? What are they? I will tell you briefly once. First one, forest floor. Okay, first one, forest floor. Second one, understory. Second one, understory. Third one, canopy. What's the third one? Canopy is emergent. So these are the four layers of the forest, children. Now first one, forest floor. What is the forest floor? This is the first layer, downmost layer, bottommost layer in the forest area. As it is very bottom and it is covered by the thick forest, thick trees on the above, so very little amount of sunlight penetrates through the forest and reaches the ground. Some places there is no penetration at all of the sunlight because of very thick layer, no sunlight will penetrate into the ground, or very few little sun rays will penetrate to the ground and reach this layer. So that is the reason why this layer is very dark and damp. and it is not allow small grass also to grow because of the darkness and because of the damp. Always it is so dark because very little sun rays penetrate through this layer. Now second one, understory. This is the layer where little amount of sunlight will cover, little amount of sun rays will fall and making it suitable to grow some type of plants, shrubs, ferns, creepers and orchids. Okay, here some light is visible, some sunlight will penetrate and reach this layer. That is the reason this is suitable to grow the shrubs, ferns, orchids and creepers, children. So okay, first layer, in the downmost layer there is the impossible or very little sunlight will penetrate to reach the ground, making it always dark and damp. Second, understory, some little amount will reach and making and allowing some plants to grow like shrubs, creepers and orchids. Okay. Third one, canopy. This is the most important layer in the forest area because in this area very large trees will grow up to 30 meters height. Okay, dense and large tall trees up to 30 meters height will grow, and these branches, leaves and trees, how they are forming? They are forming like a continuous layer, covering like a continuous thick layer. This thick continuous layer of leaves is known as a canopy. It looks like a green roof, children, as the trees are very nearby, branches are so big, thick, leaves are very thick and the layer is covering like a continuous roof-like structure. So this is known as canopy and it is one of the most important layer in the forest. Okay, now emergent. Some plants, some trees will grow up to 60 meters height. Okay. In canopy, what you learned up to 30 meters height, some plants will grow. Here, trees are growing up to 60 meters height like towers. So, these are known as emergents. Okay, these are known as emergents and they are growing up to 60 meters high. And this is forming the topmost layer in the forest. Okay, emergents are forming the topmost layer in the forest. So, what all you have learnt in this lesson, children, we will recap once again. And now, just now you learnt about the 4 distinct layers. Before that, how the forest wild animal life will be, how the forest plant life will be, you have learnt, isn't it? First, again, I will make you recap. Location. What is the location of the equatorial forest? 10 degree north to 10 degree south of the equator. Okay. What are the few places comes under the equatorial region? Amazon in America, South America. Okay, Amazon in South America, Congo in Africa, Malaysia and Indonesia in Asia. So these are some countries fall under the equatorial region. Next, climate. How the climate will be very hot throughout the year. Not only hot and it is wet also because of continuous rainfall throughout the year. Okay, children, and it is evenly spread. Rainfall is even throughout the year. That is the reason you can't find a dry season in equatorial region. Natural vegetation means plant life or plant growth is known as natural vegetation. Because of heavy rains, the forests are so dense and thick. Okay, and these trees do not shed the leaves. At the same time, they shed the leaves at different times, making the green forest throughout the year. That's why those are known as evergreen rain forest. Now, 4 distinct layers. What are the 4 distinct layers, children, in the forest? Forest floor, understory, canopy and emergent. These are the 4 layers in the forest. Forest floor. This is the bottommost layer. In some places, no sunlight penetrates, or if penetrates also very little sun rays will reach the ground. So that is the reason this area is dark and damp. Second, understory. Here you can find some little sunlight penetrates through the region, making the shrubs to grow, creepers to grow and orchids also grow in this region. Third layer and the important layer is canopy, which is covering like a roof, a thick roof of branches and leaves. So Fourth one is emergent. Some trees grow up to 60 meters height, children, like towers. That's why these are known as emergence, which is forming the topmost layer of the forest. So that's it, children, for today's session. In the next session, we are going to learn more about the equatorial rainforest. Thank you.